Hello, I'm Catherine, the creator of Shia and the Jetsons Community Preservation of the Promised Land. That's right, we're going to get to the Promised Land. We are going to get to the Promised Land. Okay, and we're going to get there in a physical sense. We're not going to die to get there. You know, we're going to get there like how we're either going to walk, drive, or float or fly there. But by any means, we're going to get to the promised land because it's our land where we're at. Okay, I want you guys to see this movie, Soul Remover. I'm going to leave a link, and I want it, so I'll text or I'll call Yeshua because I told him to watch this movie. I want you guys to watch this movie. So now I don't think I can see it. I could, watch it. So I'll just leave a link, but we could watch it together. If you guys are watching it, I'm watching it too. So we'll just watch it. But this movie is really good. Now the ending part of it. Now the person that made the film, of course, is black. He made another two-part film of this movie. I can't find that movie. I don't know where that movie's at, but he said he's gonna make some more movies about this. So the ending of it is it's not what you know. Yeah, the ending of it, So just know that we will get to the promised land and stuff like that. But it's just that he has to have that two-part, because that the ending of it is not true. We didn't, um, at the ending of it, we did not end up like that. We end up for real, being the powerful beings that he knows that we are because he made this film. Okay, so just watch the movie. It's only 18. It's only 18 minutes. It's not that long, but it's a good. It shows you that that even though it feels like we don't have any powers, but who we are the power. We are the power. And we are the power that is in school, and we have to learn what happened to us. So we came back here in our past. We are not in our present time, we're in our past because something went wrong in the future. So in order for us to work out some karma and work out some flaws that we had to come back and learn about who messed us up and why, so we have black people who are lizard people, and then we have black god people like myself, like Yeshua Pandera, and subscribers that you see, the subscribers and the ones who donated. Thank you so much who donated. Um, People who understand, So let's just say the 144,000 are the people who understand. They're conscious. You know, they're gonna come around to people like me, and we're gonna gather. But first, we have to. Okay, so give a shout out to Raquel and Pamela. Thank you, Pamela. $25 for your donation. Thank you, Raquel, for $50 for your donation. Thank you, Raquel. Thank you. Uh, Frederick Harthon, thank you for your donation. Thank you very much. Truly appreciate it. Thank you. And then Mark, and people that's on my Patreon, thank you so much for being my Patreon because you still are on my Patreon, and that's another form of donations. Now, we're going to get to another portion to where we have to contact this lawyer, Brian Stevens. And all you got to do is just email him. I'm going to make a video about that for you guys to email Brian Stevens. All you got to say is just, would you take Catherine's case? You already have her case. She read the letter to us. So take her case because you know you're supposed to take her case. Just say something like that. Like, just support Catherine. We subscribe to her channel, look at her videos. Tell them to look at my videos and yeah, take her case so we'll all have our land. But you know what? Even if you don't do that, that's fine. You don't, it doesn't matter because we're going to get to the promised land regardless. Regardless, we're going to get to the promised land. But here's the movie right here. This is the Soul Remover. Okay. So yeah, I don't want to get a copyright strike because for some reason when I show this the first video, I got a copyright strike on it. See, they don't want you to see this. They don't want you to see this because these people represent us. You know what I mean? We are them down here, okay? But we don't know that we are this people. We don't know that we're the Most High God children. We don't know that. But we are. And we came back here in our past to figure out what happened to us, to work out some karma, because we have a lot of karma that we had to work out.
My son, come.
Ooh.
Yes, Father.
Rise to your feet, son.
Yes, Father. What is it, Father? You seem troubled.
Do you hear them?
Yes, Father. I hear them.
It saddens me that their only thoughts are of evil. As in the days of Noah, the planet Earth is in great need of a cleansing.
My Father, creator of the boundless universes, how shall I deliver your judgment upon them?
I will send you amongst them as one of them. Your brother Michael is already down there, seeking those worth saving. Humans, my son, are a paradox.
How so, Father?
They lack compassion, yet they were made with compassion. They have my very essence dwelling inside of them.
I am confused. How can they have your very essence inside of them and not have compassion?
Because they have a dual nature, 180 degrees positive and 180 degrees negative.
Does that not make them like Azazel? For he too has a dual nature.
Azazel is unbalanced. He is bipolar.
Who's Azazel?
I will see to it that thy will be done on earth as it is in the boundless universes.
They will cry at your feet and beg for their very lives. They could be very convincing.
Their cries will fall on deaf ears. My nature is to rip the very soul out of them and return it to the source.
They have the ability to be like men, but they follow the ways of the fallen, Azazel. He and his 200 followers have planted their disagreeable seed deep within the planet Earth.
Who's Azazel?
We will speak on these things later, my son.
The angel of death. Is that what you call yourself? Is that what you think you are?
I am hated.
We got ourselves a loose one here.
Okay, so they don't believe him. Okay, that's fine. So what I'm trying to say is this. See, when we come down here, we come down here as regular people, like me. I'm struggling. I'm talking about in poverty and all that stuff. Nothing ever happened to me like, nothing like I never been molested or raped or anything like that. I never even broke a bone in my life. I don't even have any tattoos on my body, and everything is real. But what I'm saying is that we come down here as our temple, our holy temple, and we can be hurt and beaten and killed and all that and raped and stuff like that. But we still, but we're still most powerful people because in who is the most powerful? It would be the people in America. This sounds crazy, but the people in America are the ones who the Most High God children. Even though they say that we spread them on the four corners of the earth. Yes, there are some Most High God children in Israel, in Australia, in Asia, right? But the spaceships, we were brought here 40,000 years ago. In the Book of Encounters here, it shows, they call themselves the planters. Call themselves the planters. The black men, the black men on planet Saturn said that they dropped us off here in style, in motherships in America, in Mexico, 40,000 years ago. That's why when you see Thriller, because this is Thriller, you hear Vincent Price say the funk of 40,000 years. This is the funk. We the funk. You know what I'm saying? And if you notice that everything that come out of America, they want to be like. They want to be like Mike. They want to be like Michael Jordan. They want to be like Michael Jackson. They want to be like us because we are the Most High God children that they try to emulate. I'm talking about the people in Israel and Africa. Israel, Africa, even the Egyptians tried to be like us. The Egyptians came over here to get the cocaine from us. You know, we were the pharmacy too. When the pharaohs went back home, they died with cocaine in their system. You can only get cocaine here. And what I mean by that is that the ancient Olmecs have their spaceships and they were planting because they call themselves the planters for a reason. They were cultivating plant life and animal life here in America and South America. And so America and South America is the center of this world. So the Most High God children would land right in Chicago, where we were born. Powhatan right there in Pennsylvania. Powhatan is all over. You know, Powhatan is the Most High God children. From South Bend, Gary, Indiana, to Maine, to Canada, to Florida, right? So in this movie, you can see how a normal man is just, you know, a normal man and whatever, but whatever he thinks is what's true. So what you're thinking and what you believe and how you think you can get your powers is true. You're right. So what he's saying is that he's right, even though at the ending of the movie, you know, he's still right. No matter no matter where, you know, you think. No matter what the enemy places us in, if they place us in a nut house, if they place us in a crazy house, or if they place us in prison, we're still going to come out, the 144,000, we're going to come out blue and powerful. Like when I mean blue, like we're going to glow like a light blue being around our bodies. Just like on Raptor News when I showed you that video where the woman seen the black man and he was dressed in the blue beam. He was Dr. Manhattan on The Watchmen. You're going to be glowing blue, right? You're going to be glowing blue, bright blue. And that blue beam is for you not to be touched or hurt. If they shoot you in the face, if you wouldn't even, you won't even know that they even shot you, or because it'll just bounce back. You can even make the bullets bounce back and hit them right where they tried to hit you, and it'll kill them instantly. That's what it's for. That's what the blue shield, blue light is for. Is for it to bounce back and for you not to get hurt. Now, she saw that, and I guess he was trying to tell her something like damn, you know, I'm finna be raptured up, or you fucked up, or whatever. But she didn't know this man, but he knew her. And he was telling her, ha ha ha, I got my powers, or whatever. But, you know, he was just showing her how he got his powers. The point I'm trying to make is that we're going to get our powers where we least expect it. It's going to come to us right when we least expect it, when we're right in the middle of danger. When we're in the middle of danger, watch that Spider-Man movie with the black boy in it, Miles Morales, where the white Spider-Man was saying, see, you have to be in a line of danger for you to wake up your powers. I can't get my powers sitting here in this room. Maybe I can, but what I'm saying is that something has to happen to us in order for our powers to really be fully online. And so that's what's going to happen. And so even though in this movie, in the end, I'm not going to tell you what happened in the end, but that is not how we ended up. Okay? Because there's a part 2 to this movie. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to try to find that part 2 to this movie. I'm going to try to find it. And he said that he made some more movies about that, but I'll try to find it. But what I'm trying to tell you is that his power is still his power. And even though we can't see that we have our powers, it's going to come online like that. Because remember, we came here in our past to fix what happened in our future because something went wrong. What went wrong is because we have to know this. We have to go through this. We have to have the heathens to take us over, so we'll know who would really take us over, which is really black people. That's not even black, right? See, we didn't know that. You didn't know. And this is what you really need to know, because if you get your powers and you go to the other universes, you have to know that black people can come upon you. So you'll be prepared if you go to planet Venus and they trying to mess you up. Then you know why. Oh, see, because you one of them. And as it is, as above, so below, it's some cutthroat people in the universe that look like us, and they'll cut your throat. That's why they. That's why we have to learn who will cut us, who will cut our throat down here. Your own people will cut your throat. But see, what kind of people? The Eve people. The people who came out of Eve is a the female is a reptilian, and if she gives birth to her son and her son start talking down upon the woman, as soon as you hear a man talks down upon a woman, that is an Eve man, and he's trying to take her over to take over the world. Just know that. This is what messed us up. Look at that video I showed you about Crump TV, where he had the one where it was about Chicago, where he had, remember that video I just showed you about Crump TV talks about how Jesse Jackson's mother was a hoe, she was a bitch, she ain't nothing but a tramp, and she was only 14 years old. She was only like 14 years old when a 30-year-old man was pursuing her. It was her next door neighbor. The next door neighbor ended up raping Jesse Jackson's mother, in which Jesse Jackson was born. But Crump TV criticizes the female for being this hot, fast ass 16-year-old or 14-year-old, right? He accused the 14-year-old female of being fast, but why did you accuse her of being fast? Because she gave birth to Jesse Jackson at a young age, so he called her fast, hot, where you know how you single mothers are. This is what Crump TV is putting Jesse Jackson's mother down. But what he don't understand is that, no, he do understand. This is the type of man you have. He'll never be on the throne. You'll never want that man on the throne. You never want Crump TV on the throne. No man should be like that on the throne, because why would he talk about Jesse Jackson mama being a hoe when she was 14 years old and the man that pursued her was 30? He's 30, he raped her, and then Jesse Jackson was born. But Crump TV talks about Jesse Jackson mama like she a hoe. Like it's her fault that she's young, having a baby young. Like that's your fault. You're a fast ass, hot ass, calling her all kind of names, calling Jesse Jackson mama a name. But this is what we have to understand. That type of, and Crump TV upholds the Moors. There's a man on there that he worships. He's a Moor. None of them motherfuckers will ever sit on the throne. Who am I? I'm the one that will bring these motherships and pick up black men and take them away. Take them to where they need to go. I represent that. And I'm letting you know right now, Crump ain't going to make it. Crump TV, no Moorish person is going to get up there unless they have their own man to pick them up in their own spaceship. Where they going, I don't think they're going to be going to planet Sirius, where the females are at, or anything like that. They might be going back to Jupiter. I'm telling you, planet Jupiter is a thieving planet. Somebody went in with the Moors, because why is it that the Moors are so stupid? Why did they go in with the Greeks and procreate with this woman? Right? Where they brung their worst over here, and then they still trying to claim some land, and well, we only recognized by the government. Yeah, the government recognized you because you brought them over here. And then you talk bad about the woman still? See, this is what messed us up. See, this is why we came down here 400 years ago, 40,000 years ago, to fix what went wrong. What went wrong? Black men talking down upon the woman means that he wants to take over everybody, not just her, but him and her. See, the woman and the man supposed to sit on the throne together, but there is an Eve man that will come and knock that down. That's the kind of people I'm talking about. It's Crump TV that talks bad about the woman. He talked bad about Jesse Jackson's mother. Watch the video where it says Chicago is the worst racist state, and watch that video. you will see how he put down Jesse Jackson's mother, but he don't put down the person, the 30-year-old man that pursued the 14-year-old. How come you didn't put him down, but you put down the 14-year-old girl? Because, and let me tell you what the 14-year-old girl was doing. She was going to school in the morning when the 30-year-old man on the porch was whistling at her. Remember, right? You know that was happening. Don't act like you don't know. Where it be these grown men that would pursue these young girls like the shit ain't never happened. My mother was raped when she was 7. When she was 7, yeah. Try to talk about my mother, Crump TV. My mother was raped when she was 7 by her mother's boyfriend, right? And her mother let that happen. So my grandmother let that happen. She's 7. So my grandmother's boyfriend ended up having 4 kids by my grandmother's daughter, my mother, in which I'm the second child of that. So I'm the, you know what I mean? So I come out as, right, as the you know, the child of the molested or whatever, right? So 4 siblings came out of my mother when she was like 14 years old, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? So she was raped, obviously, because her mother would beat her if she would go and tell, hey, your boyfriend's messing with me. My grandmother would beat my mother. So is she you know what I mean? So when Crump TV talks about Jesse Jackson's mother at the age of 14 being pursued by a 30-year-old man, and yet Crump TV know that, but yet he put down the female though. He put the female down and he don't check the male. This is how we got in the predicament that we got, because there are males who are lizard men, who are not human, who will knock down that woman, who will rape her at the age of 7 or 14 or 13, right? And so he would do that. Men would do that because some men are lizards. They're not human. You know what I'm saying? So you get men that rape little girls.
Well.
And so when you get Crump TV that defends the raper and don't defend the woman, I mean, it's judgment on people like him. It's judgment on people like him. You know, and I don't know if anybody even said anything about what Crump TV said about Jesse Jackson mama. It's like, well, do you like Jesse Jackson? It's like, no, I don't like Jesse Jackson. I don't care about that nigga. I'm talking about that he never even not once put down Jesse Jackson. He actually uplifted Jesse Jackson, but he put down Jesse Jackson's mother. Damn, listen, Crump TV didn't even put down Jesse Jackson, and we can't stand that nigga. But why would you go across? Why would you go across and skip over Jesse Jackson that you don't like and then go and criticize his mother for being a young female that gave birth to Jesse Jackson? Like, because he was saying, you know, all you fast ass hot girls, all you fast ass girls, you know how you are, you single mothers, calling single mothers fast. And okay, but the reason why we're single is because of people like you, Crump. That's why we're single, because there's maybe all of the women who are single is because of you being narcissistic, a champion at that, right? To where we can't even keep you because you're a narcissistic demon, basically. My daughter goes with a narcissistic demon, a real demon. You know what I mean? And of course, he's not going to make it. I can't wait till we get to the promised land because, you know, yeah, that's going to be, boy, you talking about the purge. It's going to be the purge in people's family. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So there's a lot of people that's not going to make it to the promised land. They wish they'll make it, but they're not going to make it. People like Crump TV who puts down females. He went all out his way to put down Jesse Jackson mama. He didn't even talk. He talked only good things about Jesse Jackson, but put down his mama? Just think about that. Look at the video. Oh man, he called her all kind of names. And what was her crime? Giving birth at a young age. Giving birth at a young age. We don't even know if she was raped. But we do know she was raped. Of course she was raped because there's no 16-year-old, 14-year-old would be interested in a 30-year-old old man. No, they don't. They're not interested in that. And then look at the environment she was in. She's surrounded by gang infested grown ass men who think that they're just gods and they're demons. So of course he Jesse Jackson mama was raped by the next door neighbor. He pursued her. He whistled at her as she took her books to school and she's going to school. That was her neighbor. So of course he pursued her. The parents were probably frightened because they're Jesse Jackson's mother is surrounded in the gang infested men. Jesse Jackson's father is a gang member who when we're talking about gangs, we're talking about black men who are over the police, who can kill the police, who is the senators, who are about to get into Congress, but was assassinated. Those were Jesse Jackson's people. All of those were all in gangs, and they were killing each other to get into the White House. So Jesse Jackson's mother was basically harassed and raped, but Crump says that she was the hoe. Okay, now those type of men, we got to watch out for those. And I'm shout out to all women. I'm talking up to all, and you know what? Michi X is a good one to watch. She will kill Crump TV because we know what type of nigga that is. You know, he's like one of those bitch made niggas that's running around with only males. You gay. You a homosexual faggot.